This episode of the Political Game Show is brought to you by sdbullion.com. Buy gold and silver coins, bars, and rounds online at the lowest price guaranteed. And while you're there, tell them Uncle Scam from the Political Game Show sent you. Jamie! Hillary! Lloyd! Barack! Nancy! Here's Season 1, Episode 3. We were going to have 4 contestants today, but a couple just couldn't make it. We had some problems at the last minute with the last one. So we are going to do this with a 3-contestant show. Today, we've got Colin, Tom, and Justin on the show. And we're going to find out who got what it takes to take down Uncle Sam and each other for the title. 4 ounces of silver at stake with a 5th ounce with the bonus question for the winner if they can get that as well. Colin, my brother, where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm going to community college now, and I got a YouTube channel. It's COLLINBOLLES. If you want to check it out, I do a lot of street healings, stuff like that.
Interesting. Tom, you look a little younger to be in community college, so I'm going to assume you're probably not in community college, but go ahead. Where are you from and what do you do?
Okay, I live in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. I do IT like you, but not like you because you do development. I do databases and support. And I have a radio show on kdnk.org.
Interesting.
That I do every other week. If you can get there online, that's kdnk.org. It's the best radio show you ever heard.
Nice. And last but not least, we got Mr. Justin. Mr. Justin, where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from Houston, Texas. Currently living in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Prior naval intelligence. Got out because I didn't like that life. And now I'm in seminary school, living for Christ.
Good. Yeah, I saw your email. I thought there might be something with that, with your email address. So that's cool. That's good to know. So, as you guys know, we already went over the rules for the people listening at home. It's pretty simple. I'm going to read them a question. They're going to have a 5-second timer countdown after I've read the question to them and read them the possible answers. You'll have 5 seconds to answer the question. During questions 1 through 15, should they feel the need that they need a bailout because maybe they're behind, they want to try to catch up, we will go to the magic 8 ball to see if they will be bailed out or bailed in. They have a 75% chance to be bailed out, which means they will get a correct answer given to them and an incorrect answer taken away. However, there is a 25% chance that you're going to get bailed in. And in that case, you lose a good answer and get a bad or incorrect answer. So, gentlemen, are you ready to go?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Let's see what we got. Let's go on with first question. Here we go. Question number 1. In 2012, a bill named the American Taxpayer Relief Act of 2012 was passed into law by both Republicans and Democrats. Multiple tax increases were in this bill that are now in effect. Is this true or false? Correct answer is A. True. Question number 2. The top income bracket went down from 39.6% to 35% due to the Obamacare law known as the Affordable Care Act, or ACA. Is this true or false? My friend, I'm going to, because I'm Uncle Scam, I'm going to have to tell you there's a slight sleight of the hand there, if you will. It actually went from 35% up to 39.6%, not down the other way. Oh! Already, Colin wants a bailout, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was fast, Colin. Let's see what we can do. Magic 8 Ball, are you ready? I believe the Magic 8 Ball is ready. Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball has to say about this. Let's go to our 8 Ball screen. Or let's not go to our 8 Ball screen. Okay. In that case, I noticed something a little earlier. This is a typical government, incompetence. I noticed it was on when I set it up earlier and thought to myself, did I turn it on? Or has it been on the entire time it's been in my backpack? And I think it's been on the entire time. So now it will not come on to show you. So I'm just going to have to ask that you take my word for whatever this says, unfortunately. Magic 8 Ball. Does Colin deserve a bailout? 1, 2, and a 3. Well, my friend Colin, I'm not sure if you want to know this or not, but you are getting a bailout. It said without a doubt, Colin's getting a bailout. So, unfortunately, Colin cannot use another bailout the rest of the game, but the other 2 contestants can if they need to. So, let's move on to question number 3. Voting machines in America have proven to be rigged. Is this true or false?
I've not seen it on my.
Did it not come across?
I clicked and it didn't pull up. I tried to click true. Did it? I don't think it highlighted it at all for me.
Okay. You didn't miss any though so far, right?
No.
All right. So let's just. This is called something that's not in the terms and conditions. This is called Uncle Scam backdoor bailout.
Appreciate that.
Just in case technical difficulties occur.
I guess I'm a part of the club if you're the Fed Reserve.
Don't tell anybody. Question number 4. Is that one across on your screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The United States banking system works via a system known as fractional reserve banking. The ratio a bank lends out its customers' money versus the amount it needs to keep on hand is typically 9-to-1. Is that true or false? That is actually true. The ratio is typically 9-to-1. Question number 5. During and after the 1929 stock market crash, the Rockefeller family purchased lots of banks that were failing for pennies on the dollar. Is this true or false? Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know it specifically, but I thought there was a good chance of it.
Yes, it was a good guess. I will give you that. But Uncle Scam likes to scam people. That's why they call me that. And that was actually the J.P. Morgan, Mr. J.P. Morgan, or I was going to say his family, but J.P. Morgan himself was the one that scooped up all the banks for pennies on the dollar. Unfortunately, that was not the Rockefeller family, as hard as that might be to believe. Moving on to the next part of the game show, which is what we like to call the price is definitely not right. Question number 6. When Jimmy Carter left office, he left the American taxpayer with approximately blank dollars added to the national debt. Was that 500 billion, 750 billion, 1 trillion, or $2 trillion? Sorry, the correct answer was $1 trillion. That was the first time, and it was approximately 1980, the first time we accumulated $1 trillion in debt. Now we just throw those numbers around like it's pocket change.
All right, now we lose $9 trillion.
Yeah, that's a big 10-4 there. When President Ronald Reagan left office, he left the American taxpayer with approximately blank dollars added to the national debt. 1 trillion, 1.8 trillion, 2.3 trillion, or $3 trillion. Gentlemen, I'm sorry again. That is incorrect. Correct answer was $1.8 trillion. Question number 8. When President Barack Obama leaves office, you will have left the American taxpayer with approximately blank dollars added to the national debt. Is that 16, 18, 20, or 22 trillion approximately? Gentlemen,
I wouldn't put it past him though. He's got a couple more months. He could probably hit that 22 if he tried.
you know what? And I might have to eat my words and send out some extra silver if that happens. You know, an extra 2 trills added before he steps out of office. Uncle Sam may have to do that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So we got Colin and Justin with the correct answer. Tom, unfortunately, that was incorrect. As you saw, it is $20 trillion approximately that we will be left with. Our children will be left with. Well, not Uncle Sam's children, just your children, because I'm part of the club. You're not. Okay? Number 9. The price is definitely not right. According to a Congressional Budget Office, or CBO, report published in October of 2007, the U.S. wars in Iraq and Afghanistan could cost taxpayers a total of blank trillion dollars by 2017 when counting the huge interest costs because combat is being financed with borrowed money. Keep in mind, the current official numbers compared to what they thought they were in 2007 are actually higher than what the correct answer is. But since this was from a report in 2007, I am looking for the 2007 answer. Is that 1.4 trillion, 2.4 trillion, 3.4 trillion, or 5 trillion?
Woo!
Colin, that is correct. 2.4 trillion. And I understand nowadays it's probably more like 5 trillion, but again, we're going with a government office in 2007. Uh-oh. Tom, ladies and gentlemen, Tom wants a bailout. And I do happen to have a couple of bailouts in my back pocket. So we're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Mr. 8 Ball, do you see Tom getting a bailout? Does he deserve one? Ooh. Uh-oh. Tom. Tom.
Oh.
My sources say no, Tom. Oh. And I'm Uncle Sam. There's nothing more or that I like more than handing out bailouts. Let me tell you. It's one of my favorite things to do. Unless you're a tax-paying citizen, you don't count. I'm talking about the banks. Question number 10. This will be the last of the Price is Definitely Not Right set of questions. What is known as the Federal Reserve Cartel? What is known as the Federal Reserve Cartel consists of how many families? Is it 2, 4, 6, or 8? Tom, that is correct. Colin and Justin, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The number of Federal Reserve banking cartel families is actually 8.
You're lost in Jeopardy, Jeopardy, baby. Ooh.
And that marks the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen. We are on to Your Life is in Jeopardy. Starting with question number 11. There'll be 5 of these. Again, I'm going to remind, I believe Justin has not used his bailout. Should he need to or want to, he has until question number 16 before 16 starts. Moving on,
Yes,
question
sir.
11. Which president coined the term greenback, which referred to the U.S. dollar, which was not borrowed into existence like the system we currently use? Was that Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Harry S. Truman? Tom and Justin, that is correct. Colin, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It was Abraham Lincoln. Back when Back in my day, we used to call him Stinkin' Lincoln. But actually, I just made that up. It's not true at all. Number 12. Regarding the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, the FBI informant gave the terrorists real materials to create a bomb, which was eventually used in the lower level of the World Trade Center, in which 6 people were killed and over 1,000 were injured. What was the mastermind of this terrorist attack's name? Was that Ramzi Youssef, Nidal A. Ayad, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or the FBI? Justin, that is correct. It was Ramzi Youssef. Moving on to number 13. The Oklahoma City bombing was a domestic terrorist truck bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City on April 1995. It was carried out by Timothy McVeigh and, is it Janet Reno, Terry McKnight, Dan Herring, or Terry Nichols? Tom, that is correct. It was Terry Nichols. I'd like to tell you a little funny story, if you don't mind, speaking of the last name Nichols. When I was in elementary school, there was a humongous, scary lady named Miss Nichols. And she would scream her head off at us if we talked too loud. She had her little red light in the corner, traffic light. Red light, yellow light, and green light. And if that thing got to red light, it means you're talking so loud, you were screamed out and you felt like she was going to kill you. Just want to share that with you. It'll give you a little piece of Jason Ford's childhood, if you don't mind. Or, oh wait, that's my street name. I'm Uncle Scam today. Sorry about that. Moving on to question 14. During the 2004 invasion of Iraq, Halliburton charged $1 million per month for clothes cleaning services. What did Halliburton charge American taxpayers per case of soda? $20, $30, $45, or $65? Justin, that is correct. $45 per case of soda. Taxpayers.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Halliburton thanks us, I'm sure. Moving on, 15. And while I understand there's one last chance for Justin to use his bailout, Justin.
Why not?
He's going for it, folks. He doesn't even need it. He's going for it. We're going to see what happens here. Magic 8 Ball, does Justin deserve a bailout? Let's find out. According to the Magic 8 Ball, Justin, you may rely on it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Justin's just trying to rub salt into a wound on his poor other 2 contestants right now, but I think he just did. Moving on, question 16.
It's just lucky guesses on a couple of these, fellas. Don't worry.
Or there's a play-to-play scheme going on between Uncle Scam and one of the contestants. Or was that Hillary? Sorry, we'll talk about that later. Question 16. Which former president said, "Nothing happens in politics by accident. If it happens, it was planned that way"? Was that JFK, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Richard Nixon, or Jacques Cousteau? Tom and Justin, that's correct. That was Franklin D. Roosevelt. And I'm just going to say now, if any of you press D. Jacques Cousteau, I'm kicking you off the show immediately. Appreciate you not picking that one. Thanks. 17. Which politician said, "This little thing called the internet is making it hard to govern"? Was that Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, Henry Kissinger, or Rahm Emanuel? Justin, which I'm not sure what happened to your... Oh, I think I've got your... it shows you winning with 1 point right now. Actually, I've got it cut off, so you're good. Don't worry. John Kerry was the correct answer. Sorry, Colin and Tom, that is incorrect. Which president, when asked why he didn't watch the news, replied, quote, "Because I already know what it's going to be"? Was that George H.W. Bush, also known as Papa Bush, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, or Ronald Reagan? Tom, that is correct. George H.W. Bush is the correct answer. Moving on. 2005, or in 2005, it was reported that this politician said, "The Constitution is just a goddamn piece of paper." Was that Al Gore, Dick Cheney, Ron Paul, or George Bush? Gentlemen, I'm sorry, none of you are correct on that one. That, believe it or not, was George Bush. And for the final question, which politician said Reagan proved deficits don't matter? Was that George Bush, Dick Cheney, Ben Bernanke, or Nancy Pelosi? Colin, that is correct. However, Justin as well. Justin is in the lead. I know his Uncle Scam's programming skills aren't up to date right now because you can see half of his number cut off. He only shows a 1. But he is in the teens with the win. So we're going to move on to our bonus question, the 21st question. All contestants, feel free to answer the question. However, it only counts for Justin. If Justin can get this right, not only does he earn his 4 ounces of silver, but he will earn an additional ounce of silver, courtesy of you taxpayers, or me, actually. And he's going to have a little extra time to answer this one because I want him to think long and hard. We got to play some like scary game show music just for fun. Which airport is rumored to have a massive underground facility for so-called elites? Is that LAX, Los Angeles? Is that Denver? Is it Chicago, O'Hare, or JFK?
Massively overpriced, too.
Someone might know the answer with a comment like that. Or he just knows government well. B, Denver. All 3 contestants got it right, but the one who matters the most is Justin at this point. Justin, you just won 5 ounces of silver.
All right.
So I want to thank you all for playing on the Political Game Show. And Justin, if you will send Uncle Scam an email back with your address, I will get that shipped out to you first thing next week.